Allianz Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Gets it to Strong. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second down, here's an option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 58 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Looking to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. He'll buy some time right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Daquan Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
He'll try and throw for it here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now running right through it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A first down throw for Mariota. He finds Hearns left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
The drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jurrell Casey able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On third down, Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And some room to work. Well, he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Mariota on first down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Larry Ogunjobi able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Second down, Mariota being chased out left. Fights him off, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Third and short yardage, Mariota. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Come on, let's go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Here we go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. 3rd down here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Mariota. He can't get him down. Uncorks one for Davis. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And spins away. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And Davis with it left side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amara Darbo, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Mariota now on 2nd down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Play clock winding down. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They're going to look to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Titans now. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota airing it out for Hurns. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Shift together here from the D-line. A second down throw here for Mariota. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
He will find Davis on the left side complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. First down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing, Mariota. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
19 yards that time for number 19. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw, Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On third down, Mariota going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Delano Hill. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Fournette on the counter. Fournette fighting through, and down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And it's caught. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 1-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now Leonard Fournette trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That one looks like his throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And tough starting field position here. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota. They find some open field here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Mariota on 1st down. That will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Nashville, good night, everybody.